Hello everyone and welcome to Utah State University. This school started in 1888 and has grown to 30 campuses and centers across the state. I'm here in the gorgeous small city of Logan. Tucked in a valley between mountain ranges in the northern part of the state, it's home to Utah State's main campus and known as one of the best college towns in America. I'm your host, Alex Boylan, and over the next half hour, we'll take you around campus to hear from students and alumni about their amazing experiences as Aggies and the impact Utah State makes on the state, the world, and even in space. I'm already excited and inspired by these incredible surroundings. So once again, welcome to Utah State University. This is the College Tour. Okay, everyone, we're gonna kick things off with Sammy, a recent graduate from the finance program and former student body president. He's the perfect person to give us an intro to Utah State and talk about what makes this school so special. All right, Sammy, time to get the tour going.
Hi, everyone. I want to tell you some of my story and give you an idea of what Utah State University is all about. I was born and raised in Ethiopia, and I came to Salt Lake City at the age of 11 with my family. My mother's dream for me was to be able to attend college and find success in the United States. However, being in a first-generation immigrant family, I didn't have the blueprint for college. When I arrived at Utah State, I wasn't sure if I'd find success, but I quickly learned this was the perfect place for me. Although my cultural and ethnic background differ from most students and faculty, I never felt out of place. I found my home here at Utah State because of the university's accepting and friendly nature helped me reach my highest potential as a student, beyond what I thought was possible. Let me tell you a little about USU. It's home to top-notch academics, great hands-on experience, and cutting-edge research. As a student, I was able to see these high academic standards in my courses. For example, my international finance course was one of the most challenging and impactful classes I've taken. Getting that global perspective is extremely valuable. As Aggies, we are dedicated to improving the world around us. Aggies protect our nation's water supply, help make the world a safer place during earthquakes, and even study how to grow plants in space. In my time at Utah State, I accomplished things I never would have imagined. Thanks to my friends, professors, and mentors, I was elected as student body president for 2 consecutive years. I am most proud of the work that I did in that role during the COVID-19 pandemic. The university's commitment to bringing students back safely on campus during the fall of 2020 required a significant amount of work, and I attended countless meetings to help determine classroom and safety policies. Being the only student in those high-level meetings required thoughtful consideration before making recommendations. I love Utah State University because all students who attend here have the same opportunities to succeed, regardless of background or previous educational experience. Utah State is truly a student-centric university that is committed to student success beyond any other priorities. I hope my story and the other Aggies you're about to hear from can show you how special this place truly is. And now, back to you, Alex.
Sammy, what an awesome story. Thanks for sharing how Utah State became home away from home. You're a great ambassador and success story for the university. Best of luck in the future. Thanks again for that. Okay, now this is exciting. We're gonna head over and meet Grace. She's a senior majoring in mechanical engineering with an emphasis in aerospace. She's gonna tell us about the out-of-this-world opportunities Utah State offers as a NASA Space Grant University and some of the projects students are working on sending into space. Grace, take it away.
Thanks, Alex. Nearly everyone is interested in space as a kid, but for me, that curiosity never really died. But I didn't know that I could work in the aerospace industry until I got to Utah State. I've worked for big government corporations, a company that has launched a mission to every planet in the solar system, and now I work with small rocket startups. Utah State has a rich history in aerospace. Right down the street is Space Dynamics Laboratory, or SDL, which focuses on building space-ready components for government and commercial satellites. and many people from SDL come and talk to Utah State students to give us a better understanding about what's going on in the aerospace industry. There are several groups on campus that focus on space-related projects. The University Rover Club competes in an international rover competition every year in southern Utah. There's also a research group that's studying using plastic as rocket fuel. And Utah State's Getaway Special Team has been working for the past 2 years on a satellite that's expected to launch this fall as part of NASA's CubeSat launch initiative. This is the first time an undergrad-led team at Utah State has launched a satellite. Through clubs such as the Society of Women in Engineering and the Engineering Council, I got to meet the lead scientist on a mission that is currently studying the sun. I got to fly to Florida to watch that mission launch with United Launch Alliance. And not even 2 years later, I got to intern with United Launch Alliance and work on their rocket, the Atlas V, which gave me the opportunity to sit in the Launch Control Center and say go on the Mars 2020 Perseverance rover. The College of Engineering's mentorship program gave me a really strong start my freshman year. I also learned about a lot of student organizations and organizations such as the Brooke Owens Fellowship, which gave me my very first internship. Later, I was able to lead the mentorship program and pass that knowledge along to mentees of my own. Nothing feels better than helping people get to where they want to be. And that's the spirit of Utah State. And really, the biggest reason I had all of these amazing opportunities in the space industry. Thanks for listening to my story. Back to you, Alex.
Wow, Grace, that was seriously impressive. Attending mission launches and even sitting in the control room. And it's awesome that you had such a great experience in the mentorship program that you decided to become a mentor yourself. That's awesome. Hats off, and thanks again for sharing that. Okay, now we'll meet up with Alex out on the quad. He's a junior majoring in global communication, and he grew up in Logan. There's nobody better suited to describe life as an Aggie in this tight-knit community with Utah State at its core. From one Alex to another, take it away.
Thanks, Alex. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Logan, Utah, my hometown and the beautiful home of the Utah State Aggies. Utah State University is the lifeblood of this community. There's a feeling of excitement and pride associated with being part of it. I grew up here, taking Sunday walks on campus, playing piano recitals in USU's concert halls, and cheering on the Aggies at Maverick Stadium and at the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum. The electric energy I felt each time I visited campus made it clear to me that when I grew up, I wanted to be part of the Aggie family. The Aggie family is iconic. It begins with the friends that you make during your time here on campus and extends far beyond that to anyone who has ever been associated with the university. It's the people that you meet and the memories you create together that you remember most from your time in college. And there is so much to do here, both on and off campus, to make memories. Getting involved in the traditions here at Utah State is something that I've looked forward to doing my entire life. One of my favorites is the Luminary, where the university president leads the incoming freshman class on a lanternlit procession to the quad, where they gather in the shape of an Aggie A and kick off the four-year adventure that is to come. On the quad, you'll find weeks of welcome, movies, concerts, food truck fairs, and on homecoming night, hundreds of students line these sidewalks to share a midnight kiss atop this Block A to become true Aggies. We've also got the Howl, which is one of the most thrilling college Halloween parties this side of the Mississippi. There's plenty to do off campus as well. Logan is situated between two beautiful mountain ranges, making it an ideal outdoor destination in any season. There are 2 ski resorts less than an hour away from campus and tons of trails for hiking and mountain biking. My friends and I love to take the 50-minute drive up Logan Canyon for a day on the beach at Bear Lake, followed by a famous raspberry shake. USU's outdoor recreation program has all the equipment you could ever need, and they also host outdoor adventure trips. Aside from being an outdoor paradise, Logan is also an arts mecca. On the same historic block downtown are 3 stunning theaters where plays, musicals, and operas are produced year-round. Plenty of students participate in these productions. You'll also find art galleries and concerts in venues downtown. I've been so inspired by the art scene here in Logan that I've even started writing a musical of my own. Well, there's a little taste of Logan for you. I hope you can come see it for yourself. Go Aggies, and back to you, Alex.
Let me know when you're holding auditions for that musical, Alex. It's great to get a feel for Utah State from the perspective of a student and a local. I hope I count as a member of the Aggie family now. That was fantastic. Take care. Now, let's meet Lauren over at the library. She's a senior majoring in international studies with minors in anticipatory intelligence and Asian studies, a combination that has given her tons of opportunities for learning outside the classroom and around the world. Take it away, Lauren.
Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate it. It is so nice to be here with you at Utah State University. So, like Alex said, I'm an international studies major here at USU, and one of the coolest things about being an international studies major is that a lot of my learning takes place outside of the classroom, and in many cases outside of the country. I've been able to conduct research and complete internships all while being a student here at USU. I've conducted anthropological research in Thailand, competed in Model United Nations in Canada, and worked with small businesses in the Dominican Republic. In fact, I'm completing an internship right now on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., and we'll be heading to the Philippines next spring to do some more work with small businesses. So I've been able to do all of this by getting involved with different USU organizations. One such organization is called the Small Enterprise Education and Development, or SEED program, which sends interns to work with small businesses in communities abroad. Another organization is called the IOGP, or the Institute of Government and Politics. Through them, I have been able to meet notable alumni and apply for internships like the one I am currently completing in Washington, D.C. with a member of Congress. While its main focus is on government and politics, the IOGP also arranges events with nonprofits, business owners, and other professional alumni from across the world. The Aggie network is truly unparalleled. We have alumni in every area of study from all across the world that love to come back and speak with current students. The coolest thing about these events is that they are offered to all students from any major or any program of study. Now, while I do love repping USU abroad, there are also many cool opportunities happening on campus. One of these opportunities is called the Connections Program for incoming students. While USU does like preparing you for your career after college, they also want to make sure that you are ready to start college with this program. In this course, you'll be able to meet cool people, go to awesome events, and spend one-on-one time with professors. This class was especially helpful for me since I came from out of state and didn't know anybody on campus. Now, as a peer mentor for this course, I have the incredible opportunity to meet with new students and help them find their place in the Aggie family. Utah State University has been an incredible opportunity for me. I love it up here in Logan. And thank you guys so much for listening to my experiences. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Lauren. Now that is going to be one impressive resume. It's great to hear how Utah State helps students be successful right from the start. And good for you for giving back and passing on your own expertise. You have a lot to share. That was fantastic. Okay, sports fans, let's head to the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum to talk with Justin, a senior kinesiology major who plays on the men's basketball team. He'll tell us about the proud Aggie athletic tradition and what it's like to play in front of one of the best student cheering sections in the country. It's all you, Justin.
Thanks, Alex, and hi, everyone. I'm Justin, and I'm a student athlete on the men's basketball team. I've always dreamed of playing college basketball at the highest level, and Utah State has given me, just a kid from Moore, Oklahoma, that opportunity. College basketball at the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum is truly magical, both for the players and the fans. Utah State has one of the richest basketball traditions across the country. Our student section, the Herd, energizes the arena, the football field, or any other venue with iconic chants, taunts, and cheers. But you don't have to take my word for it. See and hear our fans for yourself. Doesn't that make you want to join in and cheer for the Aggies? From our mascot Big Blue to Spectrum Magic, the athletics experience both as a fan and a player is the best in the country. Utah State fans have a lot to cheer about. We have 16 NCAA Division I teams that compete in the Mountain West Conference. Since 2000, our teams have won a total of 40 conference titles, with our basketball team winning 2 out of the last 3. But being a student athlete isn't easy. Morning workouts, weightlifting, classes, tutoring, and traveling for games consume my time from August until April. Thankfully, Utah State has some of the best resources in the country, both from academic and athletic standpoints. The fueling station, the nutrition center for student athletes, is just below our weightlifting facilities and provides healthy snacks to maximize our performance. We also have a designated study area at the Lob Academic Complex, which has a computer lab and a place to meet with tutors. Of course, most students here aren't student athletes, but there are still tons of ways to compete or get active on campus. There are club and intramural sports, and lots of fitness classes and activities to help meet our fitness needs. The Aggie Recreation Center is an amazing new facility funded by students for students to help meet our fitness needs. The ARC, as it's called, is also home to USU's world-class outdoor program, where you can get all the gear and skills you need to explore all of Logan's incredible surroundings. I'm so glad I came to Utah State. The people I've met, the relationships I've formed, and the fun times I've had will be etched in my life story forever. Before I came to Utah State, it was a place I knew very little about. Now, it's a place I'll never forget. Go Aggies! Back to you, Alex.
Great job, Justin. Nothing but net on your segment. Sounds like Utah State fans have plenty to cheer about thanks to hardworking student athletes like you. Congratulations on your successes, both on and off the court. That was awesome. Take care. Okay, next, let's head to the theater and spend some time with Aubrey, a senior majoring in theater education. She'll share her behind-the-scenes expertise and experience as a student in the arts, and the many opportunities Utah State offers to showcase students' talent and encourage creative exploration and research. Spotlight's on you, Aubrey.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. I'm Aubrey, and I've known since middle school that I want to work in theater. It gives me the opportunity to be creative, have fun, and do something new every day. I decided to go into theater education because I wanted to work with young people, and theater gives students the opportunity to grow and express themselves in an encouraging environment. My sophomore year, I was the assistant director of a Theater for Young Audiences show, where we invite local schools to our performances. This is an opportunity I may not have even been considered for as an underclassman at a different school. I knew virtually no one when I came here, and it was a little scary at first being on my own in an unfamiliar place far from home. I got involved right away with a few student organizations, and soon I met some amazing people and found lifelong friends. The theater department at Utah State is fairly small, so most of my peers and faculty know me by name. This gave me the close-knit environment I was looking for. The Kane College of the Arts is student-focused, and Utah State offers a lot of opportunities for us to express ourselves creatively or showcase our work in galleries and performances. Next semester, I'll be completing my honors capstone project, a devised theater piece about navigating higher education as a multiracial student. I'm half Korean and half Guamanian, and coming from one of the fastest growing cities in Texas to the small city of Logan, I experienced some culture shock. College pushed me to explore my racial identities, and I wondered if my experiences were similar to those of other multiracial students. My hope is that this project will resonate with other people of color. I had some really amazing teachers in middle and high school who believed in me and supported me, and I want to do for future students what those teachers have done for me. Because of my education here, I feel like I'll be able to offer my students so many opportunities. Thank you for letting me share my story. Now back to you, Alex.
Aubrey, I'm sure you're going to end up being an inspirational teacher yourself. Thank you for sharing your love for theater and passion for education. It sounds like you found the perfect program to prepare you for your dream job. Take care. Okay, everyone. Now, let's get down to business and go meet Meredith. She just graduated with a degree in marketing and is going to talk to us about Utah State's John M. Huntsman School of Business, where they take learning seriously and also make sure students get a well-rounded experience. Tell us about it, Meredith.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Huntsman School of Business at Utah State University. When I was in high school looking at where to attend college after graduation, I was looking through a magazine and I saw Utah State ranked as one of the top college towns in the nation. I decided to tour and immediately fell in love with the gorgeous campus, energetic atmosphere, and the Huntsman School. I learned about the Huntsman difference, which describes the school's unique focus on the combination of both inside the classroom experiences and outside of the classroom opportunities. This specific combination was exactly what I was looking for in a school. I soon applied and was accepted into the Huntsman Scholar Program, where I was assigned a personal and professional mentor to work with me throughout the next 4 years. Through this honors program, students also receive an annual stipend, go on a fully funded international experience, and have an amazing network of other Huntsman scholars. During my very first semester in the program, my cohort traveled to southern Utah, where we presented to high school students about the opportunities of higher education. After this event, we went whitewater rafting, went to a local fair, and visited the Four Corners Monument. This combination of work and play is one of the many things I love about the Huntsman School. Throughout the next 4 years, I continued to get involved in various clubs and events. I was encouraged in part to do this by the school's motto, to dare mighty things. Having this quote at the entrance of the building serves as a reminder to all students that trying new and mighty things is one of the best ways to learn and grow. I joined Pro Sales, where I competed and placed in a national competition. I moved to Manila, Philippines, where I completed a business internship, and I got involved on the university level hosting various events. To bridge college experiences with full-time employment opportunities, the Huntsman School offers many resources. There's one-on-one mentoring through our Career Coach program. There's networking with corporate sponsors through mock interview days. And every Friday, in lieu of classes, there's workshops hosted by high-level professionals such as the former president of Nike and the owner of the Utah Jazz. These resources, paired with the clubs and committees at the Huntsman School, ensures that students leave not only with a diploma, but a packed resume as well. After graduation, I'm headed to Philadelphia, where I will be working for the Fortune 200 company where I had my summer internship. I'm grateful for the people that I've met and the experiences I've had here that made me confident in applying for this role. I'll miss it here, but I know I'll always be a part of the Aggie family. Go Aggies, and back to you, Alex.
Awesome, Meredith. It sounds like you've definitely been daring mighty things, and you make a terrific ambassador for the Huntsman School. I know you'll be successful in your new career. That was fantastic. Take care. Now it's time to meet Quishima. She's a senior in wildlife ecology and management, and she came to Logan after starting at a different Utah State campus in the southern part of the state. And we can't wait to hear about her experience. Take it away.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, my name is Quishima Brown, and I'd like to introduce myself in my native language, which is Navajo or Dene. Yate she Quishima Brown inishia, ashi inishle, hanagani bashi torajini dash che bibitoni dashinale, and that is how I introduce myself as a Navajo woman. I came to Utah State University because they did offer a great program in my field of interest, which is wildlife ecology. While I am a Logan student now, I did start out at another campus, USU Blanding. I started out there only because I wanted to get a jump start on my degree while being closer to home. It was a great decision because the class sizes were smaller, there were many great events that took place on campus, and I met some incredible friends while getting a jump start on my career. As a Native American, coming here has made me open my eyes to showing everyone my culture and my knowledge. I was the Native American Student Council President as well as a first attendant for the Miss Native American USU. Being in this position has made me proud of who I am and being able to display my talents. Through the Inclusion Center and its amazing staff, it's nice to have support and be comfortable around people like the Black Student Union, Latinx Student Union, Asian Student Union, Queer Student Alliance, and other multicultural groups here at Utah State. The Inclusion Center provides resources and is very welcoming. In the Native American Student Council, we perform in halftime shows as well as host annual powwow. We host a powwow to help with cultural preservation and display our beautiful culture to everyone. It is my favorite event because I do participate as a dancer myself, one of many who come from many tribes to show off their dancing style, crafts, and identity. The celebration of Native American culture is one of the most popular events here on campus each year. And it is a perfect example of how Utah State brings people together. Thank you for allowing me to share my story. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Quishima. It sounds like Utah State has a lot of ways to make sure people feel welcome on campus. And how great is it to be able to get started at a top-tier university so close to home? I wish I could stick around for the next powwow. It sounds like an amazing event. Take care. Okay, next, let's catch up with Chloe, which is not easy at all because this senior geology major is often out and about doing field work in the local mountains and canyons. In fact, she just got back from the Grand Canyon. Now she's up in Logan Canyon, about 10 minutes from campus, to talk to us about the hands-on research and activities at Utah State. Chloe, you are on.
Hi everyone, I'm here to talk to you today about my hands-on learning and research experience here at Utah State. People always ask me why I decided to be a geologist, and the classic answer is I love to be outside. Utah is an amazing state because there is so much to do and it is so diverse. There are mountain forests here in northern Utah where you can go kayaking, caving, hiking and biking, but there are also beautiful desert landscapes to the south where you can go canyoneering, rock crawling, and so much more. But the real reason that I love geology is a little more poetic than just being outside. I love storytelling, and being able to understand geology is like knowing a secret language about our world. I also love archaeology because it's just like geology but for people. Being in the geoscience department has given me so much opportunity and experience, from working in various labs to going on class field trips throughout the year. I've been on trips to Topaz Mountain, Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon, and some random fields in Idaho to look at small volcanic features called cinder cones, just to name a few. All courses have corresponding labs where we get to practice our field skills, such as using geologic compasses called Brentons and taking scientific field notes. We also work a lot with microscopes, where we analyze individual mineral grains, which is called petrology. Rocks and minerals really put on a show underneath microscopes. Now, not everybody in my department is a nature nut, and we have several impressive labs where students spend a lot of time. I have been lucky enough to work in a lot of these labs, such as our optically stimulated luminescence lab, which we call OSL. We also have state-of-the-art equipment in our chemical labs, such as our inductively coupled plasma and X-ray fluorescent machinery. One of my favorite hands-on activities is our Rock and Fossil Day, where we offer tons of free and informational activities for the public. Every professor makes a presentation, whether it's a talk on the Pleistocene Lake Bonneville, which left footprints in our valley, or demonstrating how stream systems work. Not only is this event informational, but it's also fun. We have tons of kids' activities such as Pangea puzzles, tours of our in-house museum, and free dinosaur cookies. I mean, who doesn't love free dinosaur cookies? Well, that's all we have time for today, but if you do end up at Utah State, make sure to join the Geology Club so that you can get a taste of the beautiful outdoors right here. What's next, Alex?
Chloe, it sounds like this is the best possible place for you to combine your love for the outdoors with incredible research activities and learn all these techniques and new technology. Get back out there and keep listening to those stories the rocks are telling you. Thanks again. Okay, to wrap things up, we're gonna take a short trip off campus and meet up with Hayden. He's a senior majoring in animal dairy and veterinary sciences, so we're gonna meet him at Utah State's Animal Science Farm to learn about some of the state-of-the-art technology and real-world research happening right here. Hayden, you're on.
Hey guys, I'm Hayden. When I was a senior in high school, picking a college seemed like a really daunting task. I was torn between several different schools, but after touring Utah State and seeing all they had to offer, the choice became pretty clear. USU is tucked away in northern Utah's beautiful Cache Valley and offers a first-class education in a small, tight-knit community. What really drew me to USU, though, was the school farms. As a student in the College of Agriculture and Applied Science, I spent a lot of time here. Located just 15 minutes south of campus is the USU South Farm, Equine Center, and Cane Dairy. The South Farm is made up of the Sam Skaggs Equine Facility and the Hilliard Building, where some of the vet classes are located. It's also home to the university's cattle, sheep, goats, and swine. USU began as Utah State Agricultural College, and our programs are still on the leading edge of agricultural technology. For example, we're one of the only universities that have a completely robotic dairy. At the same time, students here get a really hands-on, or as we like to say, hands-in approach to learning, whether that be from labs and classes taught out here on the farm or by participating in groundbreaking research. Some of my most memorable experiences came from a class I was hesitant to take. I'd never really been interested in the swine industry, but after building a relationship with my professor in class, he recommended I take a swine production course. In that course, I was able to process baby piglets, learn about the industry, and artificially inseminate and farrow out a sow. That's what it's called when pigs have their litter. This class showed me the importance of branching out of my comfort zone and really piqued my interest in the industry. As a land-grant university for the state, USU has tons of opportunities for undergraduates to get involved in research that makes a real impact. Some current student research projects include searching for microbes that will help crops tolerate a higher soil salinity, or improving animal nutrition to help livestock producers save money and protect the environment. Even if you're not agricultural or animal focused like I am, there are so many topics that can be studied within the college's broad range of emphases. It is the College of Ag and Applied Sciences. From aviation to landscape architecture, environmental planning to outdoor product design, or applied economics to plant science, it's easy to explore your personal passion. Thanks for letting me share just a little bit about Utah State and my experiences here. Now back to you, Alex.
Hayden, you've opened our eyes to what high-tech farming and agriculture have become and what an amazing variety of programs available at Utah State. It's absolutely incredible. Thanks for showing us something out of the ordinary. Take care. Well, everyone, I've had a fantastic time here at Utah State University. Thank you to all the students and alumni who shared their stories and their passion for this school. I've really gotten to feel that Aggie family you've been talking about. Now, I think it's time for me to head across campus and pick up some of that Aggie ice cream, then try to see some of these stunning mountains before I go. That's amazing. So that's it for me, everyone. But you all need to definitely come check out Utah State University for yourself. It's truly a special place, and hopefully we'll see you on campus real soon. Cheers, everyone. That's incredible.